Well, guys, 2021 is gone. It's a new year. Happy New Year. But before we say goodbye for good, I got to show you all the omnis and graphic novels that I bought in December. Let's do it. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. If you're new here, welcome. And if not, welcome back. Now, on this channel, I do comic book unboxings, reviews, and hauls, and everything in between. So if you're new here and you're interested in that type of content, hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell icon. That way you're notified when new videos go live. And now you have reached my monthly graphic novel and omnibus haul. I do these at the beginning of every month to show you the books that I bought in the previous month. And man, we ended December with a bang. This is way more books than I thought I would buy in December. And I think this definitely takes the cake as far as most books I purchased in a single month in 2021. Let's hope we don't make this a habit. Now, we got a lot of stuff here. I got two stacks. I got a stack of Omnis and Oversized hardcovers, and I got a stack of trades and standard size stuff. So let's go ahead and I'll just do the stack of trades first. So let's get all this out of the way. There's a sneak peek if you wanted one. All right, so now let's get into the trade paperbacks and the standard size hardcovers that I got in December. Starting off with a gift from the homie Bunkmaster B. This is for Queen and Country, Queen and Country, the definitive edition, volume 1 by Greg Rucka. This is written by Greg Rucka. Who's the art by? Steve Ralston, Brian Hurt, and Leandro Fernandez. Very cool. Black and white art. Nice spy thriller type of stuff you know Greg Rucka for. So yeah, this is something that comes well loved from my homie Ben, and I'm excited to get into it soon. Next up is a book that I got for free from my LCS. They were having a sale for Black Friday weekend. It was like, hey, if you buy anything, you get a free graphic novel. And well, they had some free graphic novels left over, so I was able to grab one. This is Siege, the New Avengers. So Siege was like some line spanning event in the Marvel Universe. And there was like Siege Young Avengers, Siege New Avengers, Siege the X-Men. I don't know. They had all kinds of Siege tie-in books. So I picked the one with the New Avengers because it had the characters that I liked the most. So there we go. So there's that. And next up is another one that I grabbed from the homie Bunkmaster B, my man Ben. He sent me this copy of Daredevil Born Again, which I've heard is like the definitive Daredevil story, like one of the best of all time. This is collected in the Daredevil by Frank Miller Companion Omnibus, which I do not own. Fun fact, if I had not cracked open another book that's in this pile, this would have been my first Daredevil story ever. And this is actually exciting. This is the only Frank Miller Daredevil that I own. So thanks again to my homie Bunkmaster B for sending this my way in that AOK package. All right, next up is a book that I didn't realize I pre-ordered, but I'm excited that I have. This is the Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries Volume 1 out of 2. This one's written by Ivan Cohen, Shirley Finch. Just fun stories. And it's a Batman and Scooby-Doo crossover. I know you guys watch the Scooby-Doo movies where Scooby-Doo would team up with the Harlem Globetrotters, Batman and Robin, the Addams Family, all that growing up. This reminds me of that. It's definitely like fourth wall breaking. It brings in jokes from like every iteration of Batman that you remember, as well as every iteration of the Scooby-Doo gang, Mystery Inc. There's even a crossover with a pup named Scooby-Doo. Really cool, but yeah, this collects the first 6 issues of the Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. And this is still ongoing. Issue 10 is out next week. And then they'll collect the volume 2. I'm excited. But yeah, so Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Very fun title because I like to have fun. All right, and here's one that I grabbed from Mainstream Comics, the homies. They told me about this book, or they had like a live sale, and I was like, all right, I'll grab it. So this is Maniac of New York, The Death Train, Volume 1. Speaking of Maniac of New York and Mainstream Comics, there's a new Maniac of New York miniseries out right now. Issue 2 does have a variant cover, a retailer exclusive, to Mainstream Comics, done by the homie Ben Ruzicka. So you guys check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you use the code, I don't remember what the code is, but I'll put it on the screen. If you use my coupon code, you actually save 10% on that variant cover. So check for that in the description below. And that's Maniac of New York by Elliot Kalin and Andrea Muti. The Death Train. Very cool. All right. Next up are a stack of trades that I got for free from mycomicshop.com. They were having this Black Friday sale it was like the day after Black Friday or something like that. But anyway, they were having this sale. I caught the sale on the last day, and it was like the more you spend, I think for every $10 you spent, you could get a free graphic novel from their list of graphic novels. So one of them was this one, Year Zero by Benjamin Percy. I've really come to enjoy Benjamin Percy through his time on Wolverine and on X-Force. This being a more independent title, I'm excited to see what he does in his own universe without a bunch of editorial limitations. So that's going to be exciting when I get to read it. And then next up, speaking of Wolverine and X-Force, we've got some Dawn of X trades. So I was able to grab Dawn of X Volume 10, Volume 13, and Volume 14, all from this same sale at my comic shop. Now, these are all described by Jonathan Hickman as the Shonen Jump of X-Men comics, which is interesting. They put all the X-Men titles, basically that came out in the same month or so, and they put them in a trade together. So you can get a little taste of everything that's happening. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And I love this image of Omega Red on this cover. But we got a lot of books to go through. So I can't really stop and talk about each one like I really want to. Next up are a couple of books that I got from Amazon because my day job was nice enough to give me a gift card, which means I did something. I don't know if I won a prize or something, but I got a gift card. So anyway, we're looking at Usagi Yojimbo the Saga. You guys know I'm collecting these trade paperbacks as they get reprinted. So we got Volume 2 and the Usagi Yojimbo Saga Volume 9. Volume 3 comes out in 2 weeks or so. And then Volume 4 comes out next month. So yeah, as I see these available, I'm grabbing them. That way I'll have the whole saga without having to try to track down those super expensive hardcovers. These are about $30 each retail. But you can probably find them cheaper than that through your favorite discount provider. Which, by the way, reminds me to shout out our channel sponsor, Organic Price Books. Now, Organic Price Books is the best place to look for collected editions. Whether you're looking for omnibus, trade paperbacks, oversized hardcovers, standard size hardcovers, they got them all. Whether it's pre-order books, back-order books, or books that are in stock right now. So go to organicpricebooks.com. You'll get the most amazing customer service, super fast shipping, and great prices to boot. And you can get all of that. Plus, you can save an extra $2 on every order when you use my coupon code BJKicks at checkout. So check that out. Links in the description below. And you can get almost everything that we go over today is available at OPB. But next up is 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. This is the other book that I got from Mainstream Comics, and I'm really excited about it. Now, I read this and reviewed it at the beginning of last month, so check that out if you missed it. But this book by Tyler Boss, Matthew Rosenberg, it's really good. Really, really good. Heartbreaking at the end, but good. And funny, so funny. It reminds me of The Sandlot, Recess, all those teenage coming of age movies and cartoons, but with a very adult twist as well. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Now, next up, we've got 3 books that came highly recommended, super highly. And I had won a gift card from our channel sponsor, Organic Price Books. And I was like, what should I spend it on? And my homie Skip said immediately, you need to buy these titles right now. So From Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, we've got Reckless. Reckless, oh yeah, this doesn't have any subtitle. It's just Reckless. So Reckless by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, which is the first book in the Reckless series. Then we've got Reckless, Friend of the Devil, which I believe is the second of the three. And then we got Reckless, Destroy All Monsters. Now, there's a fourth one on the way, but I'm going to be doing an epic X-Men read-through and as well as an epic indie comics read-through all 2022. So all of this Ed Brubaker stuff is going to find its way into my reading pile by the end of the year. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this. It'll be a nice change of pace from all the cosmic space-bound stuff that we're doing in X-Men. But that's it for the standard size stack. And we're already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're already at 15 books, which is kind of insane. But anyway, let's get to the oversized hardcover stack. Let me clear off this table so we have room for it. All right, I told you guys this stack was insane. So let's go ahead and get to the oversized hardcovers. First up is Sax Rohmer's Dope. Now, this is an adaptation of a novel that this chick just like found in a storage locker. And it looks really like creeped out, freaky. Like, I don't know. It looks so weird. But this came as a gift from my homie Bunkmaster B. And he just got it because it said dope. And I just launched a new website called comicsaredope.com. Super excited to have this. So thanks to Ben. And you guys will see a review of this one soon. This is a gag gift if I've ever seen a gag gift, but it's funny. So I'll let it slide. Now, next up is a book that I'm very excited about. Got this from Kickstarter, but this is Excellence. Excellence by Brandon Thomas, Kari Randolph, Emilio Lopez. This is one of my favorite reads all last year, but I only read the first 6 issues because this deluxe hardcover collects the first 9 issues. And I wanted to experience the ending Oversized. So this just arrived from Kickstarter like last week. It's got these beautiful red gilded pages. And I backed it to get all sorts of extras. So you'll have to look at that video to see what I got in the package. But gotta say, I'm very well pleased with this book. Next up is another book that I was really excited about. This is The Animosity Omnibus by Marguerite Bennett. Art by Raphael De La Torre. Basically, the animals become conscious and decide they're going to take revenge on humans. And this chick and her dog have to survive the animal apocalypse. And they got to travel from like New York to California in the process. The premise of this just seems super interesting. I like animals. I like that sounds weird. I like stories featuring younger characters. There we go. So this just checks all the boxes for me. Animosity. And those are, I think that's all the indie books that we're going to talk about today. So let me set those aside. All right. And next up, we got a few hardcovers from Marvel Comics, starting out with this big boy, Daredevil by Charles Soule. This Omni is super dope. It's got art by Ron Garney, Phil Noto, is it Nathan Suzuka? I was told is how you pronounce that. And I still may have said it wrong. But anyway, very excited about this book. I read the first several issues. You can see my bookmark is in there. And I really liked it. The whole 10 Fingers story arc was dope. But this is not next up on my reading pile. So I had to just force myself to stop, which was hard to do. So I'm very excited for the day that I get to actually explore this book. But that's Daredevil by Charles Soule. Next up from Marvel Comics is a book that's going to be essential for my epic X-Men read-through. This is the X-Men Inferno Prologue Omnibus. As you can see, I went with the standard cover with Wolverine in action, Colossus in action, Storm in action. This is really a dope book. This collects a whole lot of X-Men that I don't have time to list out, but you can check out the haul video where I picked this book up if you want to know more. And if you want to see an overview of this book, you gotta let me know in the comment section because I can't do overviews of everything. I don't even know what you really want overviews for. So let me know in the comments if you want to see overviews of any of these books, but that's the X-Men Inferno prologue. Next up is a book that I grabbed from that My Comic Shop sale because it was like at an insane price. But this is the Spider-Man Omnibus by Todd McFarlane, collecting the adjectiveless Spider-Man, those 15 issues that Todd did right before he jumped ship and started Image Comics with, you know, the other 6 guys who we all know and love. Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Jim Valentino, Mark Silvestri, Rob Liefeld, I said that already. The list goes on and on. Will Spertasio. But anyway, this series, as we all know, is known for the art, not the story. But do we care? No, because it's Todd and it's Spider-Man. You gotta have this in your collection, especially if it only costs you $30 to add it. So that's Spider-Man Omnibus by Todd McFarlane. And that rounds out my Marvel purchases for the month of December. Now let's get on to the DC books. Most of these are courtesy of our channel sponsor, Organic Price Books. So they sent us in this lovely package, this one. This is the Superman for Tomorrow 30th anniversary, not 30th, 15th anniversary deluxe edition. This one's written by Brian Azzarello with beautiful artwork by Jim Lee. Gotta love this new cover by Jim Lee as well. But yeah, this collects the entire story arc. So the 11 or 12 issues from issue 204 to 215 of Superman by Jim Lee and Brian Azzarello. I've heard not so great things about the story, but I mean, it's Jim Lee drawing, so can't be bad to look at. And next up is a big boy that I had been waiting for a minute. And when I saw it on sale at mycomicshop.com, that's the reason I bought anything else at my comic shop. It was for this book at this price. This is the Deathstroke Omnibus by Christopher Priest. It is just begging for a custom dust jacket, but look at how massive this book is. It's like the size of my head. It's insane. But this collects a whole lot of Daredevil. It's like 50 issues of comics in this omnibus. And man, it was worth it. I got this for like $41 if I remember correctly. The price I paid for this was insane on a retail price of $150 in the United States. So Deathstroke by Christopher Priest is about to finally gladly take a spot on my shelves. And next up is another one that I waited for a long, long time. There was a whole shipping snafu, but we finally got this one in. This is Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, the Omnibus Volume 2. So now the entire New 52 run of Batman has been completed or collected in omnibus format, as well as some extras. Batman Last Night on Earth, some stuff from Detective Comics 1000. It's all in here. It's all exciting, and this cover is beautiful. So Batman by Snyder and Capullo Volume 2 is finally in my collection. I need to buy another bookshelf. Now, next up, we got two DC Black Label, well, really one DC Black Label, but two oversized hardcovers that I was really, really excited about. The first one was sent to me by JP from Organic Price Books. This is Wonder Woman Dead Earth by Daniel Warren Johnson. Now, he's been getting a lot of praise lately. He did this series and Beta Ray Bill for Marvel last year, and people loved both of them. And I'm excited to get into this one. It's only 4 issues, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been 3. But I mean, it's post-apocalyptic, like Wonder Woman doing what Wonder Woman does as an immortal. I'm excited to get into this story. And I'll probably read it quickly because it's so thin. And there's a Batman symbol right there. I wonder what that means. Oh, wow. She's wearing Batman's utility. Anyway, let's get to the final book in the haul. Now, this last book is one that I have been looking for a long time. It came out and I didn't buy it fast enough and it went out of stock, and I was new to the whole collected edition game. I just thought, oh, well, the store will order more copies and there'll be more copies. And there were not more copies. They never came. This book is going for like $150 on the aftermarket right now. But thanks to my homie Skeptic in the Discord who lives in Canada, he put me on to this sale where there's a Canadian retailer that had it on sale, even though it was a remainder copy, for less than cover price. Yes, I paid less than cover price for this. Batman Demon Trilogy hardcover. This collects The Rise of the Demon, Tales of the Demon, and Birth of the Demon. Oh, excuse me. Son of the Demon, Bride of the Demon, and Birth of the Demon. These are like just great Ra's al Ghul stories. This originally had a cover price of $75. I paid $56, including shipping from Canada to the US for this copy that was sealed. And yes, it had a remainder mark, but my remainder mark didn't even make it through to the actual pages. It was only on the outside plastic. So a brand new copy of an out of print DC book for less than retail. In fact, 30% off the retail price. I'll take that deal any day. Any day. And man, that might have been the most exciting part of the haul. So shout out to Skeptic and shout out to the K Squad on Discord. You definitely need to join. We do exclusive giveaways. We talk comics all the time. So yeah, definitely join us. The links are in the description below. But man, that was the haul. So let me grab these back. Hold on. More. 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 I seriously... All right. We might have a problem. Like, why are there so many books? I don't know. I don't know how to convey how many books this is. This whole thing is going to fall over on me. This is insane. This is a ridiculous amount of books. I'm going to go reevaluate some of my life decisions, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, so as you can see, this was a ridiculous haul. There are like, I think, what did I say, 26 books this month between the different formats. Now, if you're looking for any of the books that I showed you today, you can go to organicpricebooks.com. They're the best place to look for these collected editions. So you missed out on the Inferno Omnibus, Inferno Prologue. No, you didn't. It's at Organic Price Books right now. If you want to place a pre-order for a book that's coming out later this month, such as the X-Men Mutant Massacre Omnibus or the Batman No Man's Land Volume 1 Omnibus, those are all coming out this month. You can place a pre-order to guarantee your copy today. Or you can even place orders for back-ordered books like The Green Lantern by Jeff Johns Omnibus Volume 3, right? You definitely need to get your books in hand, and Organic Price Books is the best place to go in order to do that. So use my code at checkout, BJKicks, and you'll save an extra $2 on every order, every time. Thank you to all of the channel sponsors. Thank you to everyone who made this video possible. All the retailers I mentioned, links are in the description below. Hope you saw something you liked in this video, and if not, hey, that's cool. Because you can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy. And be nice to others. Because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.